Pick up, please pick up, pick up, pick up. Where are you? I know you're there, you were just texting. Hey, did you see the news?
Yeah, I'm freaking out.
Me too. Okay, can you come over? I need a drink. Welcome to the Daily Drip! Woo! Daily Drip! Woo! We started this show because climate change is complicated.
We want this show to be a safe space for education, dialogue, personal growth.
The occasional song.
There are no stupid questions, only stupid people.
On this episode of the Daily Drip, we're gonna be going through some of our favorite bad takes on climate change.
Made by some of the brightest minds in our political system.
This is a segment we like to call
You Can't Be Serious! You can't be serious!
Yeah.
First up on our list of idiots is Senator James Mountain Inhofe, affectionately known as Jim.
I feel no affection for him, I have to say.
Jim is one of the Senate's top climate deniers, in the face of nearly every single scientist in America who confirmed that climate change is real. Jim did the one thing that none of those scientists were brave enough to do.
One morning in the Senate, he brought forth undeniable evidence that proved that our planet isn't warming.
Because we keep hearing that 2014 has been the warmest year on record, I asked the chair, you know what this is? It's a snowball. And that's just from outside here. So it's very, very cold out, very unseasonal. So here, Mr. President, catch this.
Jim Inhofe is a visionary.
He walked into that room full of suits as a Brooklyn-based performance artist, unafraid to speak his truth.
I can't wait to see Jim's next exhibit at the new museum this summer. I think the sexiest thing about Inhofe is that when asked why he doesn't believe in climate change, he said that he used to believe in it, but now he doesn't because he found out how much it would cost to fix it.
Do you think it would cost more or less than the amount of money he gets in donations from big oil?
I think you're asking the right questions.
Our next quote is from your friendly neighborhood conservative political talk show host, Rush Limbaugh. He made millions of dollars for saying things like,
Rush Limbaugh is the queen of climate denial.
so much so that Gris has an entire article filled with his wild climate quotes.
We picked our favorite of those quotes and we're gonna play them for you right now.
Because honestly, our performances couldn't do it justice.
I have a theory about global warming and why people think it's real. Go back 30, 40 years when there was much less air conditioning in the country. When you didn't have air conditioning and you left the house, may in fact have gotten a little cooler out there because sometimes houses become hot boxes. 30, 40 years later, all this air conditioning. And it's a huge difference when you go outside. When you go outside now, my golly, is it hot.
My golly.
Yeah, we gotta do something about the education in this country because
This is really something.
damn. It's one thing to be a climate denier.
It's another thing entirely to come up with absolutely insane solutions to fight this crisis. You guys remember the Colorado River. Actually, Southern California is experiencing its longest dry period since the 1600s. Yeah.
One Republican, Louis Gohmert,
It's giving français, it's giving croissant, it's giving beignet.
alright, Louis Gohmert, recently proposed geoengineering the moon, as in literally changing the moon's orbit as a way to fight the climate crisis.
We're not quite sure how that would work.
Yeah, like is that, you think that's about the tides?
It's
or
like the moon and ocean spirits.
wind?
It's the push and the pull.
What?
Twee
it's
and blah.
actually incomprehensible to me. But you gotta give him credit for thinking outside the box.
Yeah, Louis Gohmert is not going to be bound by your laws of physics. He is thinking intergalactically. To wrap up our list, Donald Trump.
Yeah, y'all knew he was gonna end up on here. What's he doing these days?
Last I heard, he was in the middle of a criminal investigation. But this quote is actually from much earlier in his presidency.
Good old 2017.
Oh, we were so lucky then.
A moment of silence. According to Axios, Trump reportedly had multiple conversations with national security officials about whether or not it'd be possible to stop hurricanes by using nuclear bombs.
He's quoted as saying, I got it, I got it. Why don't we nuke them?
Not I got it like he's saving the
I
planet.
know. What's wild about this is he's not the first person to suggest something like this.
Yeah, like in 1961 when the head of the US Weather Bureau said never say never to the possibility of blowing up natural disasters.
Or like in 1959 when a meteorologist wrote a whole paper about whether or not bombs could be used to stop hurricanes.
Or we could take it back to 1945 when a director at RCA Labs suggested that we use giant flamethrowers or atomic weapons to stop storms from forming in the first place.
Now, Trump denies that he ever actually suggested fighting Mother Nature with bombs and military force, but the point is that this idea is so historically prevalent that the NOAA actually has a whole webpage dedicated to it.
A webpage that says, and I quote, "This is not a good idea."
In case you still had doubts. If you or a loved one are suffering from being this fucking stupid, subscribe to our channel.
One episode of The Daily Drip can save you from a lifetime of embarrassment.
Help us help you.
The Daily Drip is powered by Aquagenuity. Want to stay in the loop on environmental news? Visit our Medium page to check out weekly articles, resources, and more. Thanks for watching.